Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to a really exciting three-part series that I am going to be offering with my dear friend, Kim Solomon. So I'll first introduce myself, and then I will introduce Kim, and you are all in for an incredible treat because what she is gifted and talented and trained in is something that all of us need, and I only came upon it very recently, and it has supported me in really amazing ways and has the potential to support the entire of humanity to become more connected and more coherent within our own bodies, with our energy, with our emotional states. I'm going to let Kim speak to all of that. But I'm Stephanie Levinston, and I'm an intuitive channel. So I help people connect to spirit. And within my own personal work of helping others connect to spirit, I must maintain myself as a very clear channel, which means that I have to go in all the time and dig around in that inner landscape of mine and find out what needs to be loved, what needs to be released, what needs to be addressed, what needs to be shifted, what needs to be moved, what's true for my heart, where my heart is guiding me. And the heart as this organ of intelligence has been a topic on top of my mind for the last few months since I started to learn about an institute called the Heartmath Institute and about the trainers that are trained through this amazing institute. And then I realized, aha, I have a friend who does this, who knows this, who has helped me with this. She helped me obtain my own little device, which she will talk about, that helps me in my coherence. And so we've joined forces. Basically, I'm just here to learn from Kim and to invite her into shared space with me and my community and her community and anybody who finds value within this difficult time we're finding ourselves in, regardless of the present day pandemic in which we are currently finding ourselves. It's just hard to be human at this time on the planet. There's a lot of stressors. So Kim, I met about 10 years ago, and she is a former social worker, and she is a Heartmath trainer. She also is a stress management consultant. So I'm thinking, yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yes, we need all that now more than ever. And so I will turn it over to you, Kim, and you can kind of explain where we're going with this, what we're doing, and we're really just showing up fully so that we all can learn together from Kim and from each other and live more fully into that peaceful place that the heart makes possible through its connections.
Thank you, Stephanie. That was an absolutely fabulous intro. Per usual, I could listen to you talk all day long, honestly. So I am just gonna basically give you the opportunity to view the Heartmath experience. It is a 90-minute in its entirety. It's broken down into video modules. And so we're going to be doing, I think, maybe 3 today that will comprise about 30 minutes. And then I believe we're going to be doing it tomorrow and on Monday as well, because the immersive quality of really, it's impactful and supportive, and I'd love to, do it that way. Just in my experience, I find it tends to be easier to assimilate. So, and then at the final, we're going to do a live Q&A so that people will have the opportunity to ask questions, and I can go into more depth about the Heartmath Institute and some of the other modalities that I have found incredibly supportive in my own journey, both personally and professionally. So very excited. So if you can bear with me, we're all getting up to date on the Zoom platform here. So I'm going to share the screen. So it may just take me just a second here. And here we go.
Can you hear me? Can you feel me? This is a story about your life and about new ways to see that we are all connected.
Just like electricity changed the outer world, heart's going to change the inner world.
We can take charge of how we feel more than we may think.
It allows me to be present, centered, and focused.
I just find that deeper place in myself where I can feel that sense of love.
And as more people come together, it's going to draw in a whole new awareness.
But the heart really is an access point to our larger self that can bring in that intelligence of another dimension. So now we're starting to have a scientific understanding that these higher quality emotions that people have always associated with the heart really do affect the way the heart beats and the quality of the neural signals being sent to the brain, which it then interprets.
Heart and brain are in constant communication. The heart is doing most of the talking. Let's do an exercise now to get a better sense of how you're experiencing emotions that renew or drain you.
Okay, I'd like you to think of a specific situation that you feel has been difficult to solve these past few days.
In this experience, through learning simple techniques, seeing real-life examples, and hearing from experts and others, you will have the opportunity to experience your heart's intelligence and how it can help you, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You'll see how you can connect with your heart in practical ways to reduce the stress of daily life, meet challenges with more ease, and become more of who you truly are.
You'll learn to listen to and follow the magnificent, intuitive presence of your heart.
It's heart time on the planet.
So that's the trailer. And now we're going into chapter 1.
Hello, this is your heart. Can you hear me? Can you feel me? I know we haven't talked in a long time, but I was thinking maybe you could use a little break to reconnect. Take this time to reevaluate what you've come to know about yourself and the world. After all, this is a story about your life. It's a story about you and me, about all of us as individuals and as a whole, and about new ways to see that we are all connected. So come along with me on an uplifting journey of heart, mind, and spirit. Let's discover how to reconnect and move from your old life to a new one, starting right here, right now.
Have you ever noticed how sometimes life just seems to fly past us, as if everything moved 1,000,000 miles per hour? More to do and less time, as if we had a list of never-ending errands on us at all times. It's often hard to keep up and easy to feel exhausted, overwhelmed. More and more people are feeling lonely, separated from themselves and others. If you're feeling some of this, know that you're not alone. This is the state of the world we live in. This increasing complexity we experience in our over-competitive modern life is an outward reflection of the speed of change. Life, including each of us, is always evolving. It's just happening at a very fast pace now, during an important and unique time in history. Old systems are failing and new ones are trying to emerge. Numerous societies and governments are in a state of chaos or transformation. These are the evolutionary conditions of our time. However, another momentum is also taking place. Many people from different backgrounds, cultures, and professions are sensing an impetus for positive change within themselves and in the world, There is an inner stirring, a prompting from our intuition to awaken to new possibilities and a desire to grow, that we can create, not wait for more balance and flow through these times of change, an empowerment opportunity. One of the most important aspects of the changes taking place is a rediscovery of what's been hidden in plain sight all along. It's the heart. Along with the chaos, there is a new emergence of heart-based awareness and heart intelligence. Researchers are finding that learning how to access the heart's intelligence is a key to managing the speed of personal and planetary change and creating a new life experience.
So I think that the most important discovery in the last thousands of years or more was actually the discovery of electricity. Yeah, people knew about electricity. They knew it was there, but they didn't know what it was, and they didn't know what you could do with it. Once they figured out how to harness electricity, everything changed. The way we live changed completely, and it happened really, really fast, too. And so the world we live in today is a different world because of electricity. In some ways, I think the same is true about heart. We know about heart. It's been talked about, it's been written about, it's been sung about. People refer to it. When they point to themselves, they point right here to their heart. So we know about heart. But the true potential of heart and the intelligence that it has is yet to be unfolded. That's changing now. And when we begin to harness the true power and intelligence of heart, everything is going to change for us about how we think, how we feel, how the world functions, how we relate to one another. All that will change dramatically, and it will change quickly. Just like electricity changed the outer world, heart's going to change the inner world.
In this experience, through learning simple techniques, seeing real-life examples, and hearing from experts and others, you will have the opportunity to experience your heart's intelligence and how it can help you, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You'll see how you can connect with your heart in practical ways to reduce the stress of daily life, meet challenges with more ease, and become more of who you truly are. Join me on a journey that will help you move from depletion to renewal, from separation to connection, from mind to heart to spirit. Rediscover your best self. It's time to get reacquainted. It's time to get along with each other. It's heart time on the planet.
Chapter 2.
The beat of the heart is with us from the beginning to the end of our life cycle. And yet, most of us have been introduced to their heart as just a 10-ounce muscle that pumps our blood and maintains its circulation until we die. Looked at biologically, the heart's efficiency is amazing. If we take care of our health, the heart can work without interruption for 100 years, without care or cleaning, without repair or replacement. But for everyone, too, the heart has another dimension, much more profound. We find this in popular expressions such as listen to your heart, follow your heart, put your heart into it, amongst many more. These expressions of heart resonate within all of us, whatever your age, religion, ethnicity, or education. Actually, those expressions can be found in most languages and even in most ancient cultures. Over thousands of years, ancient cultures across the planet, Mesopotamians, Egyptians, Babylonians, Chinese, and Greeks, shared a similar belief and knowledge about the heart as a source of intelligence and inner guidance. They perceived that the heart is capable of influencing and directing one's emotions, morality, and decision-making ability. Modern science is showing us that what has been said for thousands of years is true. We now know the physical heart is an information processing center in the body, sending important signals to the brain and the rest of the body. It has a complex nervous system called the heart brain that talks to your head brain. it produces a powerful electromagnetic field that is imprinted by your emotions. Our heart influences everything from the way we feel to the way we interact with others, our brain function, and our health. Yes, your heart at a biological level is talking. The question is, are we listening? The heart's intelligence is not just physical. It encompasses some of the highest qualities we have as humans. Many of the highest quality feelings we experience are associated with the heart. They would include emotions like appreciation, care, love, kindness, patience, and compassion. Their transformational value is born from our energetic or spiritual heart, which affects the physical heart's information. The heart is also associated with a deeper source of wisdom, an intuitive knowingness that bypasses normal, logical, linear thought patterns. This is often called the voice in the heart, and known to support us with much better choices and direction throughout life's interactions. Our heart's intuition is the voice of our true, authentic self. When we're in connection with that part of ourselves, that's when we're able to move beyond our limitations and accomplish things that can surprise us.
The qualities of the heart are usually talked about in terms of the emotions that we feel. Love and care and compassion, appreciation, those type of emotional qualities are often associated with heart. But also there are others, like their nobility, dignity, honor, courage, kindness, patience. All of those are what I call the qualities of the heart. And when we manifest those qualities in daily life, life treats us differently. It feeds back to us differently. And we put out those kind of qualities in our daily interactions, life is generally going to reward us in a completely different way.
To me, the most powerful quality of the heart is love itself. So if you could see an entire rainbow, and love is all the colors of that rainbow, you could break down every quality of the heart inside the color spectrum of that, whether it's care, compassion, really powerful one, because that helps not only you liberate yourself from the stress, and it helps healing, but it helps others and lifts them.
We can take charge of how we feel more than we may think. And so learning to connect with these heart qualities, activate them, nurture them, actually send different signals from the heart to the brain that change how we perceive and give us more ability to choose how we respond to situations that are best for ourselves and others.
The quality of the emotions we experience, things like compassion, appreciation, or gratitude, just feeling good, that the heart sends a very different type of signal to the brain than when we're feeling stressed, or things like impatient or frustrated, anxious, these types of things.
When we're working with the military and things like courage, dignity, honor, those are core heart qualities that help lift them. When I'm working with healthcare, compassion, care, kindness, those are heart qualities that equally lift one's nature. But you just have to be honest with what's meaningful to you.
So now we're starting to have a scientific understanding that these higher quality emotions that people have always associated with the heart really do affect the way the heart beats and the quality of the neural signals being sent to the brain, which it then interprets.
And so I think it's important to understand that, heart is about a lot of things. Certainly it's about intuition. Certainly it's about the physical heart. But it's also about these amazing heart qualities that lend themselves to providing the richness and fulfillment that we all deserve.
Most people would rather feel loving, enthusiastic, and appreciative than resentful, anxious, or depressed. But often the world around us seems to be spinning out of control. And despite our best intentions, it's hard for anyone to maintain their emotional equilibrium. Unfortunately, without our heart qualities being activated, life can become a much darker place. It doesn't have to be this way.
Right now, let's connect with the heart by doing heart-focused breathing. Focus your attention in the area of the heart. Imagine your breath is flowing in and out of your heart or chest area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. Try to feel like the energy up in the head is now flowing down into the heart. Keep your focus there and breathe deeply and slowly in a casual, steady rhythm that feels comfortable to you.
It's given me lots of opportunities to choose alternative options when dealing, especially with teenagers. There were times that teenagers know a way to incite an inflammatory response, and just taking that moment to stop and breathe for a second, I at times felt like I had a personal coach on my shoulder that would say, or you could say it this way. And that was quite amazing to be able to not respond in what my children expected, but to give them an example of how to react and respond from care rather than the typical hysterical parent.
What are you feeling? Perhaps you feel a little more calm or balanced. This simple heart focus exercise is just a first step in your new relationship with your heart. There's more to come.
You now know more about your heart's intelligence, and you have experienced heart-focused breathing. In the next chapter, you will learn more about the science of the heart.
Okay. Wow. What'd you think?
Oh, wow. That's just beautiful. It's so, for everyone to understand, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I'm not familiar with these videos. I'm watching them first right along with everybody. And just what I love so much about that is the heart as the intuition.
Yeah.
And because we've always, I don't know, I've fallen into the trap sometimes of saying, trust your gut.
Mm.
And the gut is a very different space. And yes, we need to trust our gut too, but I'm so much more aware of the involvement of the heart in its knowingness.
Right.
And I love the idea of the heart brain, which I would love for you to speak a little bit more about. The heart brain. What's a heart brain?
So before I do that, you know what I was thinking? Because again, I can certainly speak to all of this, but here's the cool thing. Tomorrow's session is all about the science.
Okay.
So they've done such an amazing job in chunking it down and with all the visuals and the bells and whistles that I thought it would be a little bit more stimulating, even though I do have quite a background going on here. I think it's going to be a little bit better than what I can present. And then again, the final Q&A, we're definitely going to be able to go deep, and you can talk about your practice. I'll talk about my experience, my practice, and yeah, we can go.
Cool.
So we can wrap now, and then tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. What are we doing?
Yeah, you and I will talk, but for this segment, that's perfect and that's sufficient. It's just the right amount. So thank you for joining us.
Oh,
for
such a pleasure.
Yeah, and stay tuned because our next session with Kim and Stephanie Kim will take us deeper into the Heartmath work and how we can use it.
Yeah,
to,
absolutely.
live more heart-centered, heart-aware, heart-insightful, heart intuition, all of that. So we'll see you all soon.
Bye. Thank you, Stephanie.